My name is Angelo Savage, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 factors that affect your credit score, from least to most important. All right, let's get into this. Number 1, recent credit. Recent credit entitles hard inquiries on your credit, new accounts being opened. This will count on your credit. It's only 10% of your overall credit score. So it's not super important. It's the actually least most important. 10%. And that requires a hard increase, which will push your credit score down to like 2, 3, 4, or 5 points. Not too crazy on the credit score, but it will slightly affect it. All right, good. All right, number 2, which is somewhat more important. This also entitles another 10% of your overall credit score, the types of credit. That goes as far as student loans, mortgages, credit cards, things in that matter, personal loans, all that. 10% of your credit determines on that itself, just by itself, the types of credit you have, right? All right. We're going to knock this through fast because it's very simple. It's straightforward, very simple information. We need to know this information so you at least know, as an individual that don't know about the credit score, that you know how these different types of things affect your credit score. All right. So we're already on the recent credit, which is just, I can say, applying for credit, getting a hard inquiry put on your credit. Even if you don't approve for that credit line, that inquiry will show up on your credit score. It will show for at least 2 years. 2 years, it will maintain on your credit score. Now, they see that you're doing auto loan credit, student loan credit, mortgage credit. It doesn't matter. It all shows on your credit score, and it accommodates for 10% of your overall score. Yes. 3, which accommodates for 15% of your overall score, which is the length and history of that credit score. Factors that determine the history and length of that credit score is the age of your oldest account, age of your newest account, the average age of all your accounts, and whether or not you've been using your accounts recently. These are all factors that will come together that will affect your credit score based on the length and the history of that credit score. Yes, the longer you've had a credit line, the better. But if you allow that credit line also to be closed because of inactivity, that will also negatively affect your credit score, due to the fact that the longer you have credit, the better your score. But if you allow that credit to cancel out, that history no longer exists. We'll put the average of all your newer cards into a whole pile. Now, it doesn't seem like you've had credit that long now, to the banks at least. That's how it looks to them. Yes. Opening a new account could hurt or help your credit score. Yes. Also, closed accounts can stay on your credit for up to 10 whole years. That's a long time. Use that card if you got to. Try not to hold that card and not use it. Yes, paying it off is great, but at least put a little something on it, man. Use it just a little bit and pay it off so they don't close it. So they know that you're still using it. Because if you're not using it, they close it, credit score go down. Now if you want to apply for another loan or another card, they're looking at, oh, you have a closed account here. You don't want all that. Just keep it simple. And that also accommodates for 15% of your credit. 50% of your overall credit, the length and the history of that account. And that accumulates for all your accounts, all right? All right. 4, this is very important. The second most important one is your credit card usage. Yes, your credit card usage determines about 30% of your overall score. They say your credit card usage should not go over 30%. It's always a rule of thumb, under 30%. Keep it that way, you can always maintain it. And to give you guys an example, I keep the numbers short and sweet. If you have a $1,000 credit card, 30% of that $1,000 is $300, right? So if you get approved for a $1,000 credit card, don't just go out there and spend that $1,000 unless you got that money back to pay back by the end of the month. By the time that due date comes, you have it to pay. But if not, don't do it. Only use 30%. and whatever you do, pay it back. Only use 30% of your credit cards, all right? And that's a big jump from your credit score. So your overall 30%. All right, number one, this is the most important factor of your credit score. And it also accommodates for 35% of your overall score. This is payment history. Now, this is one thing banks look at if you want to apply for a home loan, anything but school loans. That's a whole nother conversation. We're going to talk about school loans in a whole nother video. That, they don't care about your credit score. But that's why it's tricky. But let's get back to the payment. All right, 100% payment. You better pay your bills. We need 100% payment on all your cards, all your accounts. Even one missed payment will put your account in the yellow. You don't want it in the yellow. You want to stay in the green the whole time. Don't miss no payments. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care if you got to Uber or eat. You got to review some stuff. Do what you got to do. Make sure you make them payments, man. Don't miss them payments. Them payments stay on there. If you miss them payments, it's really bad. It's really bad. Don't miss your payment. I have not missed a payment since I've started my history in credit. Never. I can't. At least pay the minimum, man. At least pay your minimum balance. Don't miss one payment. You miss a payment, it's going to affect 35% of your score. Just like that. You'll at least want to make the top 3 important credit factors. Keep that tied up. Make sure it's pristine. You know what I'm saying? The 2 least important, it's okay. We will deal with that. But the top 3, payment history, credit usage, and length of history, accommodates for 80% of your whole credit score. Now, I want to see all y'all with good scores, man, because without that credit, man, sometimes you can't even get an apartment without that credit, unless you got extra money. And you ain't got credit, you probably ain't got the extra money. To be honest, maybe, but most likely not. You know, if you're an average guy like me, you know, we need that credit, man. We need that credit. We need to keep it clean, because that makes us look good to the business. So then they won't have to second guess on giving us things that we want in life. A car loan, house, or an apartment that you must desire, but you need a certain score. Personal loans. You almost cannot get ahead if you don't have credit. So my advice to you guys, keep it all clean, make sure everything's cleaned up, and check out these 5 factors. These are the most important factors of your life. All right? Peace. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. You stay tuned. We got some more videos on the way. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. Be responsible. We're adults now. If you even in the credit game at all, you're an adult. So let's play these games like an adults, and let's stay focused. You know, you lose opportunity when you're not prepared. How else are you gonna get lucky? All right, it's your boy Angelo Savage, man, and we out here for today, man. Peace. Until the next video, I'll see you again.